All right, so how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. Okay,
Good.
so can you go ahead and tell me the experience that you had with your injury or whatever medical issue that you did have?
Yeah, so I was in seventh grade and I was a cheerleader and I was a flyer, so I was put up in the air a lot. And I fell during one of the stunts that we were doing, and I had an ankle sprain from that injury because I fell wrong when I fell. So my bases weren't able to fully catch me, and I fell completely on the ground and landed on my ankle. So, yeah.
So when you got threw up into the air, and then when you
Yeah.
were coming down, they didn't catch you properly or something like that, and I guess
Yeah.
I guess you rolled your ankle or something like that, and
Yes.
did it hit the ground and then roll inward or what happened? What happened
Yeah, so
exactly?
when I landed like on my ankle. So like my my leg was pretty much like under my butt when I landed.
Hmm.
Um,
Were you scared at the time? What did it make you feel like?
yeah, I was scared because usually like I've always been caught by my bases, but this was one time that they just the stunt just didn't go up right, and they weren't able to execute it well. Um, but yeah, coming down was kind of scary, but had to walk it off.
Had you ever done this sort of stunt before? Have you ever been thrown up into the air before like that, or is it your first time?
Yeah, so when you get thrown up in the air, you gotta go to one level, and then the next level, they like extend their arms up and lift you even higher in the air. And we practiced it before, but this time it was only probably the third or fourth time that we'd done the stunt, and it just didn't go very well. I was
Now,
also working with a different group of bases too. So it wasn't the normal people that I worked with on the stunt. So I was with two different bases than normal.
so you had practiced this stunt before with a different group of individuals, which were your bases. Which a base is someone that holds up the very bottom, right? It's someone who's holding you. Is that correct?
Yeah, they'll hold my feet in place.
Okay, so
Um,
so the original people that you had practiced this stunt with, or had been practiced stunts with in general, weren't the same people that you had this injury with, correct?
yes.
Interesting. Okay. How did you deal with the injury once it had happened? Did you have an athletic trainer there? Did you go to the emergency room? Did you go to the doctor? What happened?
Yeah, we did have an athletic trainer at my high school that we were practicing at, which was very lucky. And she took me in the athletic training room, and I sat on one of the tables, and she iced and elevated my ankle. And I didn't go to practice the rest of the day, and I had to take off a couple days. So,
Interesting. So it sounds like you had a athletic trainer that sounded like they knew what they were doing and helped you out pretty good amount.
yeah.
That's very nice to have on a staff like that. Um, okay, that's very interesting. How did you deal with this mentally? Because I know that these things can be very taxing. So how did you deal with this? Did you have someone to talk to? Was it just sort of you put it off on your own, or did you do anything to help cope with the injury that you just got, or tell me what happened?
I was kind of stubborn. I wanted to like get back to practice like right after it happened. Like I tried to convince myself that it was okay. And then the trainer told me like, no, you probably shouldn't go out to practice. So that was kind of hard because like I am not the type of person I like to like give up, and I never really had been hurt before. Like, and I cheered for I think it was my sixth or seventh year cheerleading, and being thrown up in the air and nothing bad had ever happened. So this kind of like caught me off guard. Um, so yeah, I had to take a couple days off to kind of let it rest. It like got bigger, so my ankle like swelled up over the next couple days, and yeah, I pretty much took the week off from practice and kind of just sat on the sidelines, which is kind of hard to do because I like to be active and be with my group. So yeah, it was kind of rough for me to just see like that I really couldn't do anything. I was kind of useless at practice. That was hard, but after like I felt comfortable and the trainer said that I could go back and it'd be fine, then I felt better. But
Yeah, so it sounds like this was the first injury that you've had like this before, and it was sort of difficult to get through, but it sounds like you have some good people around you to help you out through it all. So I'm glad that you got back out there eventually. Awesome. Thank you for telling me that story.